Hey, all you Gretas and Chutescats out there. Welcome to APES Notes, Unit 2, Section 3, Island Biogeography. So these are fairly short notes, but we're going to do a pretty cool activity about this in class. So you'll learn a little bit more about it then, but I want you to at least see these notes so you can have a little bit of background. So island biogeography is the study of ecological relationships and the distribution of organisms on islands and of these organisms' community structures. So write that down. And here we go. So islands are colonized by new species that arrive from the mainland. How would this happen? Oh, let's go back. So in your notes, this is on page 4. It says islands are what are natural ways this can happen? So these guys can swim, they can float, they can ride on debris. Maybe a really bad storm picks something up and flings it down somewhere else. But you've got some natural ways that this can happen. Maybe a bird picks up something and then drops it somewhere else. Anthropogenic ways, you can come in on a boat or a ship or other transportation device. Animals can come in through the ballast water of ships. So there's different ways that humans can accidentally bring things onto an island. So one of the issues, most island species are specialists, which you know from the last notes, and this makes them very vulnerable to invasive species because if they have that competition, then the chance of them getting outcompeted is fairly high, which is bad. All right, so the theory of island biogeography, I can almost get that out, and here is a nice little graph. You guys are actually going to graph it yourself on the packet, and then we're going to look at a video and do an activity in class. But here's the rate or probability of colonization. The closer you are to the mainland versus far from the mainland, and then if you are on a small island or a large island. And then this is your rate or probability of extinction. So the more different species you have, increasing species richness, things are going to go up versus down. So few species, small distant islands versus many species and a large nearby island. We will talk about this a lot more in class. I just want you to get a small idea of what is going on now. So we are done with notes. You have survived yet again. So before I go, I want to let each and every one of you know that you are good enough, you are smart enough, and people like you. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good God, do your homework.